Hi and welcome to Produce for Kids FoodRx. FoodRx is here to provide you information for you and your family to make healthier choices together. I'm your host, Julie Harrington. I'm a registered dietitian and a food-loving chef. And today we're going to be talking about brain-boosting foods for back to school. Mealtime is just as important as playtime. A child's diet plays a role in helping them learn in school. So there are certain foods that contain nutrients that help with brain function, memory, and concentration. Some of these foods that we're talking about today might be new or they've never tried them before, so I like to talk about starting with lateral shifts, taking a food or a meal or snack that they're used to and tweaking it with maybe one of these brain boosting foods to start incorporating more into their daily routine. We are aware that fruits and vegetables are important to a child's healthy diet, but what if we can include some other foods that can help optimize their day and help them learn in the classroom? Eggs are one of the few foods that contain both choline and lutein. Those nutrients are important for brain development, memory, and lifelong learning. There's new research about choline that incorporating it throughout life may have long-lasting effects on cognition and prevention of cognitive declines. So eggs are a really great way to get in that choline and lutein. So what are some new fun ways to incorporate more eggs into your diet? So one of my favorite ways is just simply hard-boiling eggs because they're so versatile. You could chop them up, put them on salads, you could eat them alone as a snack, or even turn them into egg salad. I love making mini frittatas using a muffin tin. This way you can customize them with different mix-in ingredients like broccoli and cheddar, spinach and feta, maybe peppers and onions, and you just scramble the eggs and pour it on top and bake them into the oven. So these are great alone as is, or you can even turn them into little breakfast sandwiches by putting them on an English muffin. Those can even be put in the freezer for a quick, easy morning breakfast. Kids tend to love peanut butter, which is a good thing because it's packed with vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects nerve membranes. It also has thiamine, which is good for the brain, and glucose, which gives your child energy. So if you are a peanut-free school and peanut is not an option, let's think of a broader category of all of this as nuts and seeds. They all contain that really rich vitamin E. So if your school is that peanut-free, there's other options including sunflower seed butter and soy butter that you can use just one for one in place of peanut butter, how you would use it there. Additionally, you can incorporate nuts and seeds into trail mix. You can add a scoop of peanut butter into a smoothie. I personally love peanut butter on an apple or a celery sticks. So there's a lot of fun ways to incorporate your nuts or a nut-free alternative. The brain needs a constant supply of glucose, which in turn is energy. So choosing whole grains that have fiber helps regulate the release of glucose into the body, making it last longer. So some ways to incorporate some more whole grains is to simply look for that whole grain label or whole grain stamp. So if you're swapping in some whole grain bread, crackers, cereal, whatnot, you want to make sure you're looking at that ingredient list and making sure the first ingredient is the word whole. Another thing you can look for is this whole grain stamp that will tell you if it's 100%, 50%, or just contains some whole grains. If you're baking and you're wanting to incorporate some oats, mix that into some pancake mix, muffin mix, or even some waffle mix. You can even swap out chips for popcorn because popcorn is a great crunchy whole grain snack. Fatty fish like salmon is an excellent source of omega-3s, which is essential for brain growth and function. DHA is in omega-3s and is required to keep the brain functioning normally and efficiently. So if your child's not used to salmon, slowly introduce them with a lateral shift. If they're used to those tuna sandwiches, great. Maybe start with the canned salmon or even these little packets of salmon and make a salmon salad on bread or crackers instead of that tuna fish. Also try experimenting a little bit more at home, like salmon cake or patties, because it mimics more of like a hamburger. And even try different seasonings and flavors if you're serving up a salmon fillet. Berries are also a brain boosting food. So think strawberries, cherries, blueberries, and more. So that deep, rich color is high levels of antioxidants, especially vitamin C. And that's going to support a healthy immune system. So ways to incorporate more berries can include swapping out a jelly or a jam and making your own strawberry chia jam. Blend berries into smoothies. You could add them to a yogurt parfait, add them even to your cereal. And don't forget, it's not just fresh. We're also talking frozen and dried fruit as well counts towards that berry and fruit intake. Apples are a great lunchbox snack because they contain quercetin, an antioxidant that fights decline in memory skills. So keep that skin on your apples because that contains extra nutrients and fiber. So at ProduceForKids.com, you can also learn how to keep apples from browning to keep them last a little bit longer in your lunchbox if you already are slicing them for your child. So ways to incorporate more apples, choose different varieties. We're creatures of habits. We tend to grab the same variety every time we go to the grocery store. There's Gala, Honey Crisp, Golden Delicious, and so many more to choose from. So you can even make it a game where you choose a different apple every time you're at the grocery store. So you can use apples in savory applications like a ham cheese wrap, or you can use it sweet, like slicing them and making them into little apple nachos or apple donuts with nut butter on top. Beans are an excellent brain food. They help keep a child's energy last long because they have energy from protein, complex carbohydrates, fiber, plus vitamins and minerals. So ways to include beans is top a salad with beans. You can roast some chickpeas as a crunchy snack. You can mash them and put them in a quesadilla, or even add them to brownies, and I promise you won't even taste them. When we say eat the rainbow, we're referring to colorful fruits and vegetables. Sorry to say, that does not mean your Skittles. So we want to incorporate more fruits and vegetables, colorful foods into our diet because all of those different colors means different antioxidants, which is going to support brain health. So some ways to incorporate some more colorful veggies into your diet is to make salads more exciting. So we're so used to the same salad over and over again, the same dressing. Try different leafy greens, adding different textures like roasted vegetables on top too. Nuts and seeds and even fruit in a salad could be a great way to make salads more exciting. My favorite way to enjoy vegetables is to dunk them. I love carrots, bell peppers, cucumbers dunked in either hummus or ranch dressing. Dairy foods like milk, yogurt, and cheese are packed with protein and B vitamins, essential for growth of brain tissue, neurotransmitters, and enzymes. Milk and yogurt and cheese provide a bigger punch because they also provide carbohydrates, which is the brain's preferred source of energy. So some ways that you can incorporate more dairy into your diet is using yogurt, milk, or kefir as a base of a smoothie, adding cheese sticks as a really great convenient snack, simply adding milk to a bowl of cereal, and bonus if you're adding some berries on top, or even creating different yogurt parfaits. Thanks for joining for another episode of FoodRx. For more information about brain-boosting foods, go to ProduceForKids.com/FoodRx. See you next time.